include Mafia.
Hello, internets. Welcome to another episode of Awkward Mafia Show Doctor Who review.
Review?
You're kind of giving a review.
Yeah,
Giving your
yeah.
thoughts. This episode, we are reviewing Heaven Sent.
That's what it's
I
called.
bet you didn't expect us to jump that far ahead after the last two we watched. So, major Doctor Who spoilers in this one, because this is kind of near the end of the last season, and it's a lot of big stuff happens. Alright, so if you don't want any Doctor Who spoilers, stop. Stop watching right now. Okay, you ready? Because here it goes.
Alright, yeah. Pass the spoilers.
Oh, Clara. Oh, I miss you.
She's dead.
She died. She died in the episode before this.
Right, yeah. Which I was explained about.
Yes, very quickly I explained what happened right before this episode started to Frankie. Now, ordinarily I would not show such a spoiler-infused episode, but it's so
Inherently
good.
spoiled.
I want to show this episode to the world.
Yeah, that one is really cool.
It's so good. It gets me every time.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So,
was,
this is a new Doctor for you.
Yeah, I've only seen David Tennant before.
Yeah, and now you're
this
seeing
is
Peter Capaldi.
Capaldi, right.
Interesting fact about Peter Capaldi, Doctor Who started when he was a little kid, and he's always wanted to be
A Doctor Who.
on the show. He just figured, of course he would love to be Doctor Who, but he's like, but
He'll be
I'm too
anything.
old now.
Oh, yeah, really?
And he's been on the show before playing other characters.
Oh, yeah?
The BBC like to reuse actors.
Yeah.
And sometimes they play with that in cool ways, like saying, "Oh, you look just like this person." That makes me this.
They reference
even
it.
though it wasn't intended or something.
No.
And they do something cool with that, Peter Capaldi. The actress who plays Clara Oswald also played other characters on the show before.
Oh,
and they use that in a very interesting way.
Oh, cool.
But that's all other
Yeah, but that's
aside.
another-
And so it was a dream come true to actually get to play this character,
Cool.
especially at his advanced age. He's the oldest person that ever played a character.
Oh, to play? It's very good.
Yes.
I would imagine, for how dramatic that one was, it might have been. He may have done a better job than David Tennant would have, or you know,
Maybe.
I mean,
David Tennant's had his dramatic episodes.
I'm
as well.
sure he has, but man, he was really. I mean, I guess because I seen it with this
But
actor.
Peter Capaldi is like a really good actor.
Yeah, that was awesome.
His biggest show before Doctor Who was, I forget what it's called, but it's the show Veep is based on.
Oh, that's
He played the
great.
vice prime minister or whatever who's terrible.
I don't think it's called that.
I don't know what it's called.
Vice Prime.
He was the lead.
the deputy prime minister.
Sure.
Right.
But back to this episode. Just overall, how did you feel about it?
It was cool, super cool. The ending was very. I mean, I was wondering what was happening the whole time, and that totally clears it up. It was, and I didn't see it coming. I thought maybe something would have happened along those lines, but not that millions and billions of years have passed.
Well, what point did you realize the twist that he was groundhogging it essentially?
I mean, there was hints of it because the same suit was being dried. It was dry. I didn't think that all the skulls would be his. I did not see that coming. Let's see. I guess the clothes was just a hint of something like that. When he picked up the shovel, I feel like something was gonna come around. Like he used that shovel. I don't know what exactly, but everything looked used, even though nobody had been there, which makes your brain go, did he use it? Like what is happening? So I guess there was hints of it. It was in the back of my head, but not in that way. I'd never seen it. I never thought it'd be done for billions of years.
In the next episode, they say he was in there for 4.5 billion
years, which is as long as the Earth has been around, I believe. Something like that.
Something like that. And when he realizes before the audience does that he has been doing this over and over again.
Right.
And when it zooms in, like, and he goes, "I can't do this again, Clara. I can't. Like, why is it always me? Every time I always remember then."
Right.
And he's like, "You understand? I remember every time."
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he says this. I remember doing this because he always remember then. That I've done this before, because he says like there's something I'm missing.
So it all comes back to him at that point where he's dying.
Because he looks at the stars, like the stars are in one place. There's something I'm missing.
Right.
Something I'm forgetting, and then he remembers I've done this
billions of times,
trillions of times. By the time
billions of years.
Pass.
Yeah. I guess
he's been in there for like what, a week, maybe.
Yeah. Well, yeah. See, I was thinking, what is driving him to punch that wall? But just because he knows what he's doing at that point.
Because he remembers the Brothers Grimm story.
Right.
About how many seconds in eternity.
Oh, okay.
Which is an emperor asks a shepherd's boy how many seconds in eternity, and he says somewhere out there's a mountain made of pure diamond. It takes an hour to go over it, and it takes an hour to walk around it. But every few hundred years, a bird flies by and sharpens its beak on the mountain.
Right.
Once the mountain is completely chiseled away, the first second of eternity would have begun.
Oh, okay, that's weird.
Yeah,
it's poetic.
And so that's what he has to erode the wall. That's 400 times harder than diamond.
Dang. But he does it.
And he had to die horribly over and over again, and relive the day that his best friend died over and over again.
But he doesn't realize he's doing it over again until the very end.
Until he realizes,
Yeah.
He doesn't realize it until he does.
Yeah, so that kind of...
And then he freaks out about it.
Yeah.
You see him just laying on the floor like, oh my god. In his head, he's just like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't do it. And then his Clara's memory or whatever is like, you have to fight.
But he's better than a human, right? So he could theoretically maybe redo that over and over. I mean, it drove him to the point of his craziness, to the point of his insanity.
They said before a few times throughout the series, but also in the next episode, he's been driven insane before. Technically, he still is.
Yeah, I guess he'll always... Yeah, he's still in his... I mean, the sanity doesn't just stop.
Yeah.
Insanity, yeah.
Also, before we watch the episode, I forgot to mention the overarching storyline of the hybrid.
Okay, yeah.
The season starts with him on the Dalek planet, and they tell him about the story of the hybrid and that he should know about it. And he's like, "Yeah, I've heard it," and
about that. Yeah.
And as the series goes on, there's a bunch of potential hybrids show up. And he's like, "Wait,
are you the hybrid?
like a hybrid?" And like, I guess. And like,
is it the hybrid? So what is?
Only for him to reveal that he's the hybrid.
But he's the hybrid of what?
Well, that's too many spoilers for this episode.
Okay. Right.
If you want to know the answer to that, you have to keep going. But he is 100% Time Lord.
Okay. Cool.
Hybrid is more possibly metaphorical.
Okay. All right.
But basically, there's a prophecy that a hybrid would be the downfall of Gallifrey, the home planet he's from, which is where he winds up at the end of the episode.
That's where he is?
That's Gallifrey.
Oh, okay. All right. That's a Time Lord place?
That's where, his home. That's his home planet.
Okay, cool.
The Time Lords are a species that got so advanced that they created time travel.
Okay.
And figured out how to regenerate after death.
Oh.
But as you see in this episode, it's not 100%. If you can get hurt so bad that you can't regenerate.
Right, yeah.
But he was hurt not enough to die instantly. So his body was keeping him alive for a day and a half.
Yeah, he said the Time Lords they die very slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because every molecule is fighting to stay alive. Yeah.
Exactly.
That was cool.
The big thing about this series is that the Time Lord planet was destroyed by the Doctor in an attempt to end the Time War, which was destroying the entire universe.
Right.
So he, in one big attack, destroyed all the Daleks, but also destroyed all the Time Lords.
Oh.
Except for himself. He's the last one. And eventually they save Gallifrey in the 50th anniversary special.
Oh, that's what that was about.
Yeah, but, not like 100%. It was lost. They didn't know where it was saved, but they didn't know how or where or when.
Okay.
And this is the first time they show back up.
Oh, okay.
They're like, there it is. Like, whoa.
So this is on its way to be.
Yes.
Maybe he'll figure it out. What happened?
Yeah.
Gotcha. But that was cool, though.
Just to be reliving the same few days.
It's torturous to think about it, but
you also get to see the Doctor use his intelligence very well in this episode.
Oh, yeah.
The whole room where he's just kind of fiddling with stuff.
Yeah.
He's actually figuring out the gravity, the atmosphere.
He's not just being kooky.
Yeah.
He's actually learning. He's actually everything when the eye thing falls out of his eye. He's calculating everything, which is really cool. And it shows a very cool metaphorical way of him going into his mind by going back to the ship. I enjoyed the metaphors in that very much, a lot.
Yeah,
Good writing.
This might be my favorite episode.
Yeah, there was a lot of great stuff.
I've rewatched this a few times. It's good. This episode was titled Heaven Sent. The last episode of the season is called Hell Bent.
Oh.
Yeah, they did a lot of the season where one episode was called this and the next episode was called something opposite.
Got it.
Yeah.
And it rhymes.
Yeah.
Heaven Sent, Hell Bent.
Yeah.
Because
Doctor Who used to be like 4 episode stories. There'd be 4 episodes and they tell one longer story.
Mm-hmm.
But the new series has been mostly one-offs. but they're part of a larger story.
Oh, yeah, the season story.
This last season was like 2 episodes. They're all 2-parters except for 1 episode, and it was like the worst episode, the one that wasn't.
It's just stuck with
but they're all been 2-parters, and usually one part is way better than the other part too.
Maybe one is thought of first, and the other one is to serve the other part. Maybe.
Well, sometimes the second part was way better. I'm like, oh, they really found a cool way to bring it all together. Okay. They were kind of losing me, but then they're like, oh, this second part's pretty good.
Okay, all right.
It was an interesting season. They said this next season's just going to be one-offs.
One-off. Yeah.
Maybe a 2-parter for the finale.
So that was the end of the very newest season?
Yes, which was like 2 years ago.
Oh, wow, they take a while?
Between then and now, there was a Christmas special.
Okay.
And the new Christmas special is going to be soon, actually. It might have already aired by the time this comes up.
Oh, cool.
But that's going to lead into the new season. So they took like a year off.
So they did 2 Christmas specials in between?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because they took a year off, so they just had 2 Christmas specials.
Awesome.
Yeah. So there's the finale, and then there's a Christmas special, which wraps up an older storyline that no one expected them to actually wrap up. And then now the next one's going to be... They actually filmed it in New York.
Is it the same doctors?
Yes, it's still him.
I like
the rumor has it this might be his last season. Who knows?
So they filmed the new episode?
The new Christmas special in New York because it's about a superhero.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And everyone knows superheroes come from America.
Exactly.
Everyone knows that.
It's just the common knowledge. Monster. How'd you feel about this monster, the cloaked figure? You said when he was a kid, he went to a funeral of this old lady who died, and they had her in shrouds.
Right.
But it was really hot. So
and there was flies all over.
Flies around. You had nightmares about it.
I like that the flies were around. That provided when time stopped, when he stopped, there was this thing floating. That was a cool little thing. But I guess I've never seen a monster before that when you see the flies, that means, oh crap, the monster's around. A little bit foam suity with the fingers.
Sure.
But really good still, I think. And it was part of the whole metaphorical thing that he could stop it as long as he tells the truth.
Right? Yeah, confesses.
Yeah. How much can you confess? But does that mean he keeps confessing the same things over and over? Yeah. That's cool. he gets the nerve to confess each time.
Well, it's funny because like one of the first things you see after he restarts is him throwing the chair out the window. Goes like, "Bet you didn't see this coming."
Yeah, I know.
He jumps out. He's done that. Like trillions of times.
Probably trillions of times. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did. They did see it coming.
Did you notice an increase in production value?
Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah. The one thing I thought was a little that makes you can tell it's not, or he's not actually in a castle, is that the windows are exactly square, which kind of threw me off. But I guess, but the camera was better. Everything, his clothes are very nice. I don't know if that has to do with the budget, but
right.
They're very. It was a little bit better.
Well, cause since they brought it back, it's kind of become this worldwide phenomenon. So now it's like
they got money for more.
They got money to put into it.
Cool,
you know?
Cool.
Plus, it's not the early 2000s anymore. Cameras are just better now.
Yeah. Cheaper cameras are better.
I believe partway through the 11th Doctor, Matt Smith's run, the cameras kind of got better.
Got better? Yeah. Oh, cool. It's like even so far must have better cameras now. Maybe I don't know. I haven't seen them in forever.
But I mean, if phones can like film 4K
That's true.
now,
I know. Jeez.
Then it makes sense that they can have TV cameras that are pretty good.
Yeah.
At least in England.
Finally, they've gone over there.
Yeah.
Give them our phones. Film the Doctor Who on our phones.
So I think it's gonna be our last Doctor Who episode for a while. I've shown the main four three. The main 3 I wanted to show you.
Is there a 4th?
Yeah, but I couldn't find it at one time. It's fine.
Okay.
I showed you 3 of my favorite episodes.
All right. Yeah. Cool.
And 2 of them are really good introductory episodes. One of them is just really good. Well, I just wanted to show it.
Yeah. But I don't know if I would have understood it as much, or even understood what the idea of the show was, without seeing those other ones first. So I'm glad I saw the other ones first. But that was awesome, and I do like that Doctor.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites. Yeah,
he's cool.
Capaldi, yeah, I think I'm saying that right. Capaldi. He's actually in Lego Dimensions.
Oh, that's the one who's in the Lego
Dimensions. He actually does voice him in new lines.
Awesome.
Speaking of Lego Dimensions. You can watch me play Lego Dimensions with Anthony, another guy.
He's a guy.
On this very channel.
This one.
Tuesdays and Thursdays we play Lego Dimensions. Mondays and Wednesdays, we play Kingdom Hearts 2.
Ding.
Us two.
Yeah, and it's harrowing.
It's interesting. It's one of my all-time favorite game series, and it's weird. It's a weird one.
Yeah.
Disney, Square Enix.
I gotta say, I've only seen 3 episodes of Doctor Who, and I understand that way better than I understand playing hours of Kingdom Hearts.
Well, because you can explain the premise of Doctor Who in like a sentence.
yeah, you're right, yeah.
Like, you could probably explain the premise of the first Kingdom Hearts in one sentence. Every other one, you gotta go, oh, because this happened, then this happened, and then that guy.
You can still in one sentence, but
then there's Mickey Mouse.
But several commas, several commas, and maybe even clauses. Or
yeah,
what it's called.
yeah.
Semicolons.
Yeah. I guess just we started introducing stuff a little early, but very quickly, yay or nay on this?
Oh, yeah, I would say yeah.
If you had to rank,
and all 3 of them.
If you had to rank the 3 episodes I showed you, what order do you say best to worst?
I would say that. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and base it on the punch at the end that makes you.
Sure.
Which I like that one the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't show it to me first, but that one was like, oh, I get it.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So Heaven Sent, then what was the first one?
I think you said you liked Blink.
Yeah, Blink, and then the other one.
And then Midnight.
Midnight, yeah.
Yeah.
Those 3. It's in that order, but incrementally better. I like them all. They're all really cool, and they all have good writing, and especially the Heaven Sent. It's all one actor and a guy in a suit.
That's the crazy thing. It's not it's like an opposite of a bottle episode almost, where it's one guy in an elaborate set.
Yeah, so he had to be a really good actor. Yeah, the set was really cool.
Yeah, it wasn't like a one room thing.
Right.
It was one actor and one monster and a maze.
Right. Yeah. Where you see like these weird soliloquies from because I think British actor, I think Shakespeare, right? So there's a lot of things by themselves and being very dramatic and holding skulls. That one, he had skulls and everything too, and it was very. It
was a dramatic episode.
It was very dramatic. It was very Shakespearean that he was alone talking to himself. But it was also sci-fi and weird and very modern. So it's cool. I liked it a lot.
So after seeing all these and knowing that you can't just go on Netflix and watch them,
I know.
Do you want to start watching Doctor Who?
Yeah, I do want to start watching Doctor Who. I would like to somehow figure out how to watch Doctor Who.
If you were to start watching it regularly, I suggest starting with the 2005 series.
Yeah, I think what
which
I
stars the 9th Doctor.
Which I assume in the first few episodes they'll probably be like, oh, so this is what happened.
In the first episode, because the first episode's from the point of view of his first companion.
Okay. Yeah.
She bumps into the Doctor, and then through him, she finds out what he is, what the time war was, all that stuff, and then it just kind of goes on from there.
Cool.
It starts a little slow. There's some really cool episodes in that first season. Simon Pegg's in one of the episodes in the first season.
Awesome.
Spaced
is his show, I remember.
Yes,
now.
Spaced. That's it.
Which is a lot like Doctor Who, except no magic or no science.
Yeah, exactly. I suggest to everyone. I mean, if you want to start with Classic Who, you could. But that's about, is it 30? Yeah, about 30 years.
With a bunch of missing episodes.
About 30 years of content with some missing episodes, so you might not get
everything. You can't be
like everything. Like you might get the first episode in a story arc and then not the last.
Oh,
that happened to me. I was watching one storyline, and I cannot find the last episode of the storyline, so it annoys me. But there are some cool self-contained story arcs that they have that you can watch from pretty much every Doctor. But if you're like me and you need to start something from the beginning, technically the beginning is 2005.
2005. Okay.
You could look at it like that. And it does reference the past, but as long as you have like a cursory understanding, and you learn by watching the 2005 series what happened before.
Yeah, and it seems like you can go back after that.
Yeah.
I mean, and go, oh, they mentioned there was this. I wonder what that's about. And then check it out.
Yeah.
So. That's cool. That's a good place. That's good to know, because that way I don't have to watch 30 years of missing episodes and then I don't know what's going on.
It's cool. If you watch every episode and are caught up, it's like, hey, I got 30 plus years more of this I can go back into.
This reminds me of growing up with my brother, who I always thought watched dumb shows. I was like, whatever this dumb show, and then I would hang out in this room and watch the show and I go, the show's actually not dumb. This show is very good. I feel the same way. It's like, whatever, Doctor Who's for dummies. But now I go, oh, this is actually a really good show.
Hey, if Abed likes it.
That's true, yeah. It had to get me a lot of nerdy characters in TV to like it.
Yeah, that's what got me, actually.
Yeah, and then I'll watch it.
Because when they were, what was the show? It was
Oh, you mean the show within Community?
Yeah, that's like Doctor Who.
I
I
forget.
can't remember what it's called, like Constable Time and Space or something like that.
Oh, Detective Space Time. Isn't that Detective Space Time?
I think it was. I don't think it was Detective.
Constable Space Time.
It was something more British.
Yeah, maybe.
It was something Space Time.
Captain Space Time. I don't know. The Captain See's American
but
too.
That's what put Doctor Who on my radar. Surprisingly enough, was Abed liking a parody of Doctor Who. And also, I was interested in the Showtime show Torchwood, which I found out was actually the fourth season of a spin-off that Showtime paid to make happen. And I was watching it, and they were talking about stuff I didn't understand. So I guess I should watch the first season of Torchwood, and then they talk about stuff I didn't understand from Doctor Who. I guess I gotta start watching Doctor Who. And I was like, oh, Doctor Who's awesome, and I never finished Torchwood. Because I was so into Doctor Who.
So Torchwood is a spin-off of what? Of
Doctor Who.
Of something that he saw, and they just
one of the characters from the first couple seasons gets his own show. And then one of his companions from the fourth Doctor's companion gets her own show, too, around the same time.
Called?
The Adventures of Sarah Jane.
Oh, cool.
And where she has a son now, and she, on her own, investigates alien tech stuff going on.
Oh.
And then all three shows had a big crossover on Doctor Who. That was pretty awesome. And there's a new crossover coming out called Class.
And that's with...
In the first season, the first series of Doctor Who, the first Doctor.
The very first Doctor.
He was an old man with a granddaughter.
Oh, yeah.
And, two of her teachers go in their time machine, they get lost in time, they can't find their way back.
Okay.
The school she went to is the school in this new series called Class, where these kids find out about aliens or something.
Oh, cool.
I think it's geared more towards younger kids, but I'm interested. I'm going to check it out.
Like a lot younger? Like, this is the letter L.
Not that young.
Oh, okay. I was like, Jesse, this is not
also,
cool.
I believe Clara was a teacher at that school also.
Oh, they reference it? Yeah.
When she was alive.
If I come over and you're watching Sesame Street going, this is Doctor Who, I'm going to laugh at you. But they reference Daleks. Daleks built with a D.
So, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you subscribe to this video, hit subscribe. If you don't like it, but you want to go against society, hit like anyways. Yeah. Because you're a rebel. You don't let anyone tell you what to do. We are both on Twitter. You can find that in the description. We are also both on Instagram. Also in the description. We also have Tumblrs. Oh yeah, we do have Tumblr. You don't have to check that if you don't want to. You can. It's fine. It's Tumblr. Who cares? I don't really know what to put up there. I just put our videos on there. Oh, okay. My plan was like I'm gonna put pictures on here. Yeah. I'm gonna work on my art. I never did that. I just put these videos on. I stream my I think my Instagram gets put up there sometimes. If I hit a button on Instagram, right. I don't know. We also have a Facebook page. Check it out. I guess. Get awkward with Awkward Mafia. I post these videos on it, so as long as you're subscribed on YouTube or Twitter, it doesn't really matter. You can just find the videos. Yeah, you'll find through any of these means. Exactly. Any last comments before we end this video? What's the doctor's name? We don't know. He's never said it. You can't spoil it. You can't. I mean, sometimes they say it's because you can't pronounce it. Sometimes they say he just decided to change his name, and that's pretty much what they stuck with. Oh. That for whatever reason he decided to change his name. So it's not in the script or nothing? No. They don't write it in? And only they know? No. No one knows what his name is. Stephen Moffat. He's the only one who knows. Maybe. Okay. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. Keep it awkward. Is that the Doctor Who theme?